Hey guys, John here with Sarge Reds. Thanks for joining me. So I'm gonna get ready to go pick through a collection that I'm pretty familiar with. Scratch that. I'm not pretty familiar with the collection. It's too big to be familiar with. I'm in the getting to know you stages of this collection. I don't know the collection's middle name yet. That's how big this collection is. That's the stage of where I'm at with this collection in the relationship. I've picked through this collection probably 5-6 times at this point. You guys have seen pictures of stuff from it. You're familiar with some of the spoils, like the kit, the talking kit, the truckloads that I've been showing you pictures of with all the stuff, the vintage stuff in the truck. That's all from this collection. So, long story short, I met someone who was selling a bunch of vintage toys and just carloads I was buying from this person multiple times, and we built up a friendship. And I was going to go pick up another collection, and they said, listen, you just want to come over to the house. I'm not far from where we normally meet up, and check out what I have, because there's, I have an idea of what kind of stuff you're looking for, but it's probably easier if you just come here and, pick through stuff. There's just tons of stuff. And the first thing I thought to myself was, okay, someone's asking me if I want to pick through mounds of vintage toys. Someone who's clearly obsessed with digging through old stuff and finding plastic treasure. And, in about 2 seconds, I said, yeah, I'll be there. So, ended up driving over there. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, how big is this collection really going to be? People kind of tend to exaggerate. I'm thinking maybe the garage has some stuff in it, or the basement's full. But no. I get there, knock, knock, knock. Go inside, and I'm like, oh my God, I have never in my life seen so many toys in my life. The entire house is filled with toys. The entire garage is filled with toys. When I say filled with toys, I don't mean shelves of neatly stacked toys. I mean totes, piles, boxes, stacked floor to ceiling. There's pegboards with carded figures on it. There's bins of carded figures. It's insane. It's insane. You have to see this to believe it. So, basically, out of respect for their privacy, they didn't want me to go into why, they have all the stuff, where they got all the stuff, why they're getting rid of the stuff. And I'm going to respect that. But I am going to have to see if they'll let me take a quick video just of some of the stuff, or a couple snapshots, just to show you how much stuff is here, so you can just appreciate how much stuff there is. And it's not only quantity, it is variety. There's stuff from the 60s all the way up through, probably the early 2000s. There's carded stuff, there's new stuff, there's, loose stuff, vintage stuff. It is insane. It's the only stuff I haven't seen. There's not been a lot of girl toys. And I use the term girl toys as, like Barbies, My Little Ponies, Strawberry Shortcake, that kind of stuff. Crazy amount of stuff. There's Thundercats, He-Man, G.I. Joe, everything. Matchbox cars. There's stuff under beds. There's stuff in closets. The garage is literally packed floor to ceiling with bins of toys. There's rafters in the garage that have toys in them, in boxes. There is an old vintage car in the garage that is filled with vintage toys and has vintage toys on top of it. I'm going to have to get a picture. But anyway, we're gonna go dig through this stuff, see what else we can find. I'll share some pictures of what we have, and I'm sure it won't be the last time I'm going there. There's just that much stuff. I made an offer at one point to buy the whole collection, but logistically it just wasn't gonna work. There was, I didn't have a big enough trailer. I would have to rent a storage unit, and then there was a little bit of hesitation wanting to get rid of it all at once, I think, which is fine. But it's insane. It's massive. So anyway, we're going to go check this stuff out. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple pictures for you guys so you can see what we're going to have. And then we'll do, obviously, a video going through what we ended up picking out this time. And we'll go from there. We'll do another video here in a little bit. All right, guys. Just got back. Was there for, I got there around 5:30. It's 10:30 now. So I was probably picking for around 4 hours. Unfortunately, they didn't want to let me. I took some pictures, but they said not to post them on social media, so I'm going to respect that. But it's a ton of stuff. Take my word for it. Show you a quick peek of what we have here. I'll just show you what's inside the inside of the cab of the truck. The bed of the truck is loaded down as well with totes. There's the entire bed of the truck's loaded down. But let me flip this around here and I'll show you what we got. All right, so like I said, a lot of the stuff is vintage. Some of it's not. Got a couple model kits. There's a bunch of them, but I really just picked up the two that I thought were cool. The Knight Rider one here and the Airwolf one there. There's a bunch of these. I'm not really even familiar with them. They're called Psy Girls, I think. Or, yeah, I guess CG Psy Girls. I don't know. But Takara makes them. They look pretty neat. So I figured grab those. Back here, so these are all boxes for M.a.s.k vehicles. Some of them are in decent shape, some of them not so much. We got 3 of these Taiko Racecar sets. And again, I'm sorry for the garbage video on this. It is the middle of the night, so I don't have a lot of light, and I'll get some better stuff tomorrow. But we have an A-Team one, there's a Knight Rider one, and a G.I. Joe one. That bag is full of more M.a.s.k boxes. There's totes full of M.a.s.k in the bed of the truck. This box here, this is a mystery box. We're going to find out what's in that later. And there's a couple totes down there of older stuff, as far as, when I say older, it's stuff from the 70s. But that's what we got right now. And the bed's full, and we'll go through that stuff tomorrow when I get some light and get it all inside. So, alright guys, I will see you in the morning. Alright, so first thing first, like I said, there's a bunch, and I'm not going to pull out every single one of these, but you got a piece of Boulder Hill here. But there's a bunch of boxes for vintage M.a.s.k here. A couple of them are in decent shape. Some of them are kind of toasty, but you know, we still have them, so save them from the dump. And there's some more over here. We got Fire Force, Hurricane, Firecracker, Skybolt. I think there's a Firefly somewhere. It might be in one of these other boxes. Sorry if I'm spinning this around too fast. We got a bunch of these Psy Girls. I've never really even heard of these things, but they're pretty neat. Some of them said they were from Takara. I don't know if they all are. But they're basically, whoa, bear with me here, like, I don't know, badass ladies with a bunch of weapons. So, there's a bunch of those. There's one Van Helsing one. This thing was in the mix. So, we got these 2 little totes, that black tote, that mystery box. These 3 big totes. We got some more of the Psy Girls here. There's a couple cool little model sets. We got a Knight Rider. Knight 2000, I think still sealed. I'm not really a big model guy. I just picked up on this thing because it's a Knight Rider. I don't know how old it is. It is 2002, so it's not super old. I'm like, shoot, I guess it's 18 years old. We got Airwolf, another model kit that's unopened. And then, like I said, we got some more of these. We have these things. These things are cool. They're like train sets. You got the A-Team train, and I don't think this thing's ever been used. It looks like it's still wrapped in the paper. The stickers are still on the sticker sheet. If B.A. was a train conductor, he'd be driving around in that bad boy. So, like I said, I don't think this thing's ever been opened. It looks like everything's still in the packaging. So that's really nice shape. And then we have 2 more of these bad boys under here. We got the G.I. Joe trucking kit, and this one's obviously been used, but it looks like it's probably got all the pieces, or most of the pieces. I'm going to have to go through and inventory that, but that's pretty neat. And last but not least here, we got the Knight Rider one, the Cutoff Challenge. That one opens from the side, so I'm not going to be able to open it easily. But let's take a sneak peek. There's stuff inside. So we got those 3. And the thing with all this stuff is, I mean, well, I'll still have to inventory about the A-Team one. But inventorying this stuff, if you guys, you don't even realize how much time and effort goes into making sure all the pieces are with this stuff. I mean, obviously, some of you probably do. I'm going to take that bad boy down. Well, you know what? Let's do this first. Let's go through these little ones. This tote might look familiar because this is the one I always use to get a bunch of loose stuff. So, we got GoBot here on the card. Hands cuff, and then it looks like there's probably a little comics, or a couple comics in the back, or something. I don't even know what those are. Let's see. Okay. It's hard to do this with one hand, so bear with me. So these are just a couple, I guess, comics that the the GoBots came with. Yes, my go-karts came with comics. Would you like to read them? So, alright, here's a bunch of loose figures. Like I said, there's drawers of action figures just stacked 12 feet high, literally, two things of them. This bag's basically Ninja Turtles. It's nothing high-end, like I didn't see any scratches or any of that kind of stuff. And you got some of the Universal Monster ones, but a bunch of basic kind of figures. This is all accessories for Ninja Turtles. It looks like it's probably more than just what's in here, so I'm going to have a fun time going through all those. So anyways, like I was saying earlier, I made an offer on everything at one point, and they were kind of hesitant to do it, but then today I got a message asking if I was still interested in buying what's left, so hopefully I'll be able to swing a deal with that. This looks like some kind of, not Jungle Book, I forget what I know he was in the Jungle Book, but what was that, Tailspin? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not really good on the Disney stuff. So you got so much more loose figures, some Motu stuff. There's a bunch of... That's not the Mama Baby, is it? Looks like it, sort of. I don't know. I can't remember. Some loose He-Man figures from Motu. I don't know who that is. Like I said, there's stuff from, you know, you got newer stuff from, there's a bunch of Skyhawks in here. There's probably about a dozen of those, half a dozen of them. So this is just basically, you know, some Thundercats. Just a good mix of everything. That was Battletech, I think. A couple more Motu. A lot of Toxic Avengers figures in here. I think that's Toxic. So, and I'll go through all this, sort it, and get it all cleaned up. And maybe we'll go through that again later in a little bit more detail. There's a bunch of these for the key cars. I didn't see any of the cars in there, just the keys for them. So I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. If you guys are missing keys for your cars, let me know. I don't think I have the cars for them, so put that stuff back in there until I can get it all sorted out. All right, now these two here, these are like older figures. So like stuff from the 70s. You got Elvis. Okay, it's not really Elvis. What's Bo Luke? Is that Bo or I don't know? It's one of the Dukes of Hazzard guys. I was getting confused. I think that's Daisy Duke, right? Or is that one of the Charlie's Angels? I think it's one of the Charlie's Angels. That one's a Charlie's Angel. It's got the price tag, and I think it's the same one. So they bought that for $15 back in who knows. You got Boss Hog. Those are the Mego ones. My Uncle Joe. Just kidding. I don't know who that's supposed to be. They all look the same. Is that Daisy Duke? You got Chips. A couple more Chips. You got another Boss Hog. Wow, his face is really, really different color than the rest of his body. Got some of these guys. Some more M.a.s.k figures. So we got some more M.a.s.k here. Dukes of Hazzard. Uncle Jesse! Oh, hell. I didn't know Uncle Jesse had an action figure. Got a pair of pants with shoes attached. Feels like there's, like maybe those are supposed to be attached. Like the feet must, oh, right here. Okay. So the bottom half of his legs are in there. I'm going to have to fix Paunch here. Some more chip stuff. Is that the Baroness? That's like one of those new modern Joes, I think. Yeah. Another Duke. A little Dukes of Hazzard slot car. Another Dukes of Hazzard car. Boss Hog without clothes. Oh, Mr. T! Your arm! We got more Dukes. Got Uncle Jesse. We got Daisy Duke. Right, that's who that is, yeah. You got that guy. I can't remember his name. Skeeter, right? Isn't that who that is? I was never really I watched Dukes of Hazzard, but I wasn't like a super big Dukes of Hazzard fan. You got Mork. A bunch more Dukes and Boss Hogs and stuff in there. And another Lone Ranger. Very convenient, because he's the only one in there, so he is indeed the Lone Ranger. In this box, anyways. So that was pretty neat. Like, a lot of these figures, like, these were before my time. I mean, I was alive, or just born when these came out, but I wasn't playing with this kind of stuff. Alright, box 2. Like I said, this is stuff that I never really played with. This is I'm a little bit young for this stuff. You got Charlie's Angels. Ladies. This is Buck Rogers. Some Wizard of Oz. Looks like you got Tin Man, Scarecrow, Lion, Witch, and Dorothy. No Toto. Poor Toto. I'm glad some of these have like names on them because I don't know. Chips and Frank Poncherello. So I guess you got another Chips. These are pretty cool. So these Ertl little die-cast superstars. So you got a little teeny Rocky Balboa in there. Those like 2-inch, 3-inch figures. We got Bandit from Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know if these are prices they paid for stuff over the years or what. But. So the Love Boat. I did not know the Love Boat had action figures. Well, it does, and they're mint on card. That's pretty cool. I don't know if these are worth anything. I think my mom used to watch Love Boat. She used to watch soap operas, but I never watched them with her, so I have no idea. Didn't one of these guys say the plane? No, that was Fantasy Island. I get all my old soap operas messed up because I didn't watch them. Like, I can't imagine as a kid wanting to play with that. Mickey Mouse, Tonto, Perseus. What is this thing? I have no idea what this is from. Is that like Buck Rogers or something? I'm not familiar with it. There's 2 of them though. Another Mork. And one last Love Boat. It's Julie from the Love Boat. I guess it's one of each of them, right? Is there just 6? Yeah, that's the whole set. 1, 2, yeah. Looks like we got all of them. Cool. All right. Put this away and I'll get next box. So, this, I was digging around. Like, there's a loft rafter area of the attic, or of the garage. And I saw this box up there. I was like, this is bizarre. What's this box doing up? Because all that was up there is literally toys. And then I guess there was another portion of the attic that a raccoon had gotten into that was above where they had used. And there's all these 70s clothes that fell down. And they were like, that's not ours. It just came out. So I was digging around up there, and to get up there, like, there's a rickety ladder, like a painter's ladder, that one of those fold-out kind, but there wasn't enough room for me to fold out the entire way, so I'm like, I'm gonna die. But I wanted to climb up here and see what was up there, so against my better judgment, I climbed up there, and I'm glad I did, because there's a lot of stuff up there, and there's still more stuff up there. I couldn't get it all down. But the ladder, like, fell over while I was up there. I was like, help, let me back down, so they had to come out and set the ladder back up. But I saw this, and I was thinking, cool, I'm probably going to need this, general first aid since I'm up here. I'm going to have something with a tetanus shot, but I opened it up, and if you guys are on our Facebook group, we just started it, check it out, but I did a little sneak peek of this. So I thought this was cool. Just always check. You never know what you're going to find. So I was like, whatever, I could just pass it up, but I decided that I'd take a peek, and we have a bunch of Thundercats, so it looks like Mummer's probably complete. We got Tigra. I didn't really go through this super well there. I can't remember. What's this guy's name? I don't have him. Some more Thundercats. That's from, what, She-Ra, right? Isn't it? Like, I don't know that thing's name. Wily Cat. That guy. No clue. What's that, like some kind of Power Ranger or Ultraman or something like that? It's like one of those McDonald's fast food changer things. Tailspin. Just like random stuff. Like I was saying, guys, I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say there's stuff everywhere. And if I do end up buying the entire collection, I'm going to try to get permission to take video. They didn't want me to take any, or they said I could take some pictures, but they didn't want me to put anything on social media. So obviously I can't snap those pictures in here, but it is packed with stuff. So we got some more Power Rangers, or not Power Rangers, where's my brain? Some more Thundercats. You got the Mail Away Mumra. That guy's Silverhawks, right? That guy, isn't he? We got Lion-O. Panthero, Silverhawk guy. Oh, look, a bunch of weasels, or little people. Hey, cool. This is the count. Let's count how many Thundercats we have. 1, 2. That's about as high as I can count. We're not going past 2. Alright. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, at first I was kind of like, I saw it, I was like, whatever. But then I was like, there's a big metal box up here with someone who's like into all these toys and collecting stuff and basically hoarding stuff. I was like, I'm going to take a peek in that thing. So I asked several times, am I going to find a dead body anywhere up here? And like, no, of course not. I don't think so. I was like, did you just say I don't think so? No. I was like, alright. Alright, that part really didn't happen, but I don't know how the heck all this stuff is in here. I'm going to clean up this first aid kit, and I'm going to display Thundercats in this, I think. I mean, again, how cool is that? You open up this box that you think, you know, there's got to be something in there, but you never know what's going to be in it. And it happens to be a bunch of Thundercats. I was like, that's awesome. Alright, so. Went over that stuff. I'm going to take this big box down, and we're going to go through that one, and then these bottom two are the last two from this load. Okay. Alright, so, let's see what's inside the green tote. I know what's inside the green tote. Let me give you a clue of what might be inside the green tote. A little hint. Just a little hint. Alright, who likes M.a.s.k? That's a big old tote full of mostly M.a.s.k. What else is in there? I can't even remember what else is at the bottom of this. I think there's some, a couple G.I. Joe vehicles in here, but it's mostly M.a.s.k. So you got M.a.s.k. There's like a couple He-Man books I found. I mean, it's not in the best shape, but it's pretty neat. Yep. More pieces of Boulder Hills from those Boulder Hills I picked up last time. I mean, like I said, this stuff is dusty. I mean, it's going to need to be cleaned up, but it's other than the dust, a lot of the stuff's in really good shape. It's basically just been sitting there like a time capsule for, I don't know how many years that stuff's been sitting, but several, probably almost a decade at least, with a lot of this stuff. So, I'm not going to go dig through every single thing right now because it's kind of packed in here, but just to give you an idea how much stuff is in there. I mean, there's figures, there's vehicles. I mean, there's duplicates of vehicles. There's like probably about 5 or 6 of those. There's still more I have to get from there, but a lot of M.a.s.k. So I know there's a lot of M.a.s.k. fans out there. So there's a bunch of it there. We'll be getting this stuff cleaned up and getting it sold here soon. All right. I don't remember. There's so much stuff. I kind of. Okay, yeah. So here I thought I had a Firefly box. I think there's actually a Firefly in this one. So that cost $10 at Sears back in the day. But there's more M.a.s.k. in here. I mean, M.a.s.k, Joe, M.a.s.k. I think this is almost all M.a.s.k. too. G.I. Joe. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. The little stand was caught on one of those. But more M.a.s.k. There's some boxed with a Transformer, some of the newer ones in boxes. Oh, there's... Let me get that out. So, more M.a.s.k. like the figures with their masks. More M.a.s.k. The door popped off on that one, but I think it can be put back on, right? So what do you guys think so far? That's a ton of M.a.s.k. Like, this one's broken, but still, other than that, I mean, it's still good to display it if you're into that. Another Firefly. You got this thing. I'm not even familiar with all the M.a.s.k. vehicles, to be honest with you. So, like, trying to get this stuff to transform, I don't want to break it. I got to figure them out. There's a couple of those. And let's see. But you can see all the dust on this stuff. It's literally just sitting. The stuff that wasn't in totes, which none of them, I don't think any of the M.a.s.k. Some of the M.a.s.k. was on a big cardboard box. But the stuff that wasn't in totes was just sitting around, just being displayed. So, little M.a.s.k. bulldozer. A couple of the newer He-Man figures. But these, both of these boxes, oh, we got a slime pit box with a slime pit in it. I forgot about that. No slime. It's got the pieces, but no slime or bucket for it, unfortunately. So this is all more Joe's. I think some of this is like, oh, Gung Ho, my favorite. There's no legs. I hope his legs are in there. Ugh. There's another. That's battle damage right there. Some of the snake armor. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. There's a stick. More Joe's. So that box is basically all Joe's, parts of Joe's. There's at least one flag that looks pretty much complete. It is covered in other vehicles and Joe's and just piled to. I can't get to it yet. I'm going to try. But, alright, let's see what we got here. More Joe's. Whoa, good lordy. Good lordy. Alright. Everyone knows I collect the Dress Blues Gung Ho. So this one's complete. They paid $9 for it back in the day. It's just been sitting in a box for a couple decades. So hopefully there's a couple more of those. And as you know, I don't actually sell those ones. It's like the one toy I don't sell. Because I keep them all for myself because I'm a stingy bastard. And I'm going to go through all this stuff later. But, I mean, you just got a bunch of Joe figures. You got weapons. This probably goes to that Lone Ranger. And Tonto. There's a couple of them in there. You got Shipwreck. Yeah, he was $20 back when they bought this guy. Looks like some cards in there, a box. So, some more stuff there. Alright, let me get this packed back up. I'm trying to get this stuff and keep it kind of semi-organized of how I got it so I know what's in what box until I get a chance to get it all cleaned up. Last but not least, this is more kind of random stuff. Like I said, there's stuff from every kind of era, it seems like. So a lot of this is the Venom, Valor, G.I. Joes. There's a bunch of the newer Transformers in there. I got a couple of these little fellas. Generation 2. One of those from like the 90s, right? Yeah, 92. There's one of those two, Bumblebee and Hubcap. Here's a bunch of manuals for M.a.s.k. One of the calendars for M.a.s.k. Those of you from Michigan will remember this. I saw that. I was like, holy crap, Farmer Jack. Red's never heard of Farmer Jack because Farmer Jack is not down where we were at before, and I think it's out of business now, but it was a grocery store chain when I was a kid. I don't know if there's a date on this thing or not. 1986, it looks like. But I mean, you can see this thing was just displayed. How much dust is on it? How long it's been since it's been touched? So, everything, and that's one of the reasons it's taken me so long to get everything sorted from this collection is because I'm trying to get everything cleaned up. Because it's covered in dust. But, yeah, the Animorph. There's another little Masters of the Universe book. I think this entire stack is these newer Transformers. Some of the McDonald's transforming toys. I don't know what the hell that thing is. It's like a... I know it's a Transformer. Oh, wait, there's a Thundercat. I should probably put that with the other one so I don't lose it. More Joe's, Valor versus Venom. I think there's some more carded Transformers down there. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I feel like I was there forever, but some of the stuff is like I'm literally climbing, like I said, up rickety ladders to get to. So this was the 4 hours worth of effort, roughly. That bin, that bin, this bin, those two little bins, the box, that stuff, and all this stuff up there is basically what I dug out. So hopefully we'll be able to get a deal on the rest of the stuff and go from there. And we'll bring that stuff to you guys too. Because there's two totes over there I haven't even had a chance to go through from the last time. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. And catch you later. If anyone wants to help me clean toys, let me know.